Oh, man, that hurt. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Joel, where I do reviews, help, and gaming. And wow, this is my friend Joseph, and this is my friend Deegan from school. I hope you guys enjoy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Joel Homie Show review. Today, I have a absolutely awesome one for you guys. This is the Disney Railway train set, which is in G scale, which most people don't really think about when they purchase these sets, but I happen to have a whole bunch of other G-scale chains, which I'll show later in the video. But before I open it and review it for you guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the completely awesome artwork on this box. So in the top corner, we can see the monorail with like Mickey's inside, and then a more detailing down the side. You have warnings down there, the Disney Railway chain set. There's Mickey with like some construction equipment. And then you have some of the original design from Walt Disney, ages 6 and up, and then on the top of the box the design just continues, and then you have your handle. And then on the side, this is what you have. This is the Ferris wheel at Disneyland, and then moving down, if you guys want to pause and read that, you can. This is the Disney Castle. I believe it is a Disney World castle. And then on the back you have the Disney logo. And then these train cars, I actually do have some from several years ago. You get the engine, characters, and then the tender, which connects up to the engine for power. And then there's Walt Disney with a model train. I believe that is also G-scale, but it is the really, really nice kind. And then you can just see more of the detailing carrying around. And then up on the top, I didn't say earlier, but we actually have the Epcot bowl, which is right there. That's the Epcot bowl. And then I flip this over on its back. We can take a look at what's on the bottom. I did get this box straight out of the back storage room of the toy shop at Disneyland. So the box is actually not destroyed, but I'm very thankful for that. But we just have more of the detailing carrying on, and then you have more information right there if any of you guys want to read that. And then if I can flip the box back up, now we can go ahead and take a really nice look at the chain. So we have the bright red engine, which I really like red because it's my favorite color. The bright red tender, and then we have our two train cars, Goofy, Minnie, Mickey, Donald, and then I think those are all the characters you get. I could be wrong though. But now that we've taken a look at the box artwork, let's go ahead and compare this to some other locomotives real quick. So these are some other G-scale trains that I have. As you can see, we have the two train cars here, which that's brand new, mint in box, and then these are the ones from several years ago, which as you can see, they've had their fair play. But I'll be hooking them up to this because the coupling system is still exactly the same. And then we have a 1986 New Bright G-scale locomotive, which is actually Christmas themed. Whereas I had to go through a very, very hard time to get this train because I went into the toy shop, there was one left. I thought, oh, I have birthday money, I'll get that at the end. But then when we came back, it wasn't there, so we were calling this the Christmas train, but it is actually not the Christmas train because Disney apparently actually has a Christmas-themed train. So they said that they didn't have that one in stock, but then we talked about the normal train and noticed that it is the normal train, and that's my little cat down there. So we found many various boxes, and I actually kind of bugged for a mint condition box for this review. And then down here, this is the 1986 New Bright locomotive, and then the tender hooks up the same exact way with little wire, but the wire is broken off. But I'll put these side to side when I get the train out of the box. But those are some other G-scale things that I have. So now let's go ahead and take a look at how you would get this thing out of the box. For my box, there's actually no tape here. It's just held open by this little, or held closed by this little tab. So I'm going to go ahead and open that, and then you can open it like this. And then obviously you can have some styrofoam things. But then you just open these little flaps, and then where'd our handle go? Oh, the handle's actually connected to the box. Okay. With my Black Canyon Express G-scale train, I was connected to the styrofoam. But now let's go ahead and try to pull this out. Now that I have the box down on its side, I'm going to try to grab the styrofoam insert and pull it out. Okay. It's coming out ever so slightly. But here we go. Now I have something to grab onto. Ooh. It looks so pretty. So I slid it out of the box. That's, I'm speaking about this styrofoam insert. And then that's my little kitty, which is chewing on the styrofoam. So I'm going to set you over there. But this chain is absolutely gorgeous. It's so shiny. And it just looks absolutely awesome. And just right off the bat, I can see a lot of plastic and stuff that is protecting it. So I'm glad to see that Disney is taking some interest in how they package their toys. And then right here we have the instructions, which were geniusly just slipped right in there. And then right here we have 1, 2, 3 curves. Well, not curves, but straights. And then we have another 3 over there. And then there's nothing else in here, so now that's empty. So you get 6 pieces of track. And then let's go ahead and see if we can just kind of free these guys out just by hand, or if they're like connected in somehow. There we go. Oh, it just feels so nice to hold. And then obviously the other one is probably just going to come out the same exact way. There we go. And then there's Minnie, which we'll take a closer look at her in just a minute. And then as for Goofy, I think we have to do something with him on the back side, so we'll do that later. And then going in for the first touch of the locomotive, pull the engine out of there, just like that. That is really pretty. And then I'm just going to set that right there. And then the tender will presumably just slide out the same way. Yes. Okay, so we have a lot of styrofoam there. But anyway, here's the tender. There is Donald. So we'll set him down right there. And then this is the plastic that was protecting some of the locomotive, which I really like. So now let's go ahead and turn the box over and see if we can get Goofy out. Okay, so I have the box turned over now, and for whatever reason this is here. I'm not sure what this little cutout in the cardboard is, but anyway, we have 4 pieces of tape. I'm going to just cut 3 of them and then get the curves out, which are right here, and then if you zoom right here, we'll cut Goofy's little string to get him out. And on closer notice, I see something that we see a lot. So there's one of 2 options for this. You can either just take the pieces of tape off, or you can get some shop item like a utility knife or just like any normal knife. So I cut the other 2 pieces of tape, as you can see there, and then over there. And then now let's go ahead and flip this up. And oh, that's cool. Oh my gosh, it actually looks like a cutout of the front of the box, because that's like Mickey's face. That is weird. I'm gonna lean that over like that, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 pieces. And then to undo Goofy, you just do that and that and that, and now we have Goofy face. So now let's go and flip this back over and get Goofy. So Goofy, you ready to come out of your little containment? There we go. So this Goofy, it feels like a really nice toy, although I have had this style of toy before. But there's Goofy, and now let's go ahead and clear all this stuff out of the way and set up the track. So I put the box back there, and to assemble the track, all you need to do is grab the 2 pieces and line them up, and then you can like push them together. And of course, and since this is new, it'll be a little bit stiff. So I've got my chain layout completely set up now, using 2 straights and all of the curves. And then this chain is actually very, very, very large compared to my other G-scale engine. Like this is still G-scale, same scale, but look at the massive size difference. The Disney train is so much bigger. But anyway, to install batteries, you just have to press on this little button and this thing will pop off. And then you need 6 C-style alkaline batteries, which I'll post a pop in there, but of course, and since I'm filming, it's not going to do it. And then you can just pop that back on, and then for the figures, you get Goofy staring at his little watch, and then Donald shoveling coal, and then Minnie, which is just standing in the chain cause, and then Mickey, which is doing the most important job, manning the chain. Just like that. High five, Mickey. Anyway, once you have your track set up, you can go ahead and couple the chain causes up simply by pushing them together and latching these little things into each other. Just like that. And then to disconnect them, you just take your finger and lift them up. Just like that. And then to power the engine, you have your 6 C-style batteries in here. And that is feeding out to this little output wire, which you plug into the back of the locomotive. If I can get it to go. There you go. And then after that, so that you don't put stress on your wires, you couple that up. And then after that, a simple test that you can run is to turn the bell. And you should have sounds. There you go. And then the really nice thing is you can turn the sounds on and off separate from actually activating the motor. So now let's go ahead and put all of our little characters in. So, Minnie, actually I'm going to have you sit right in there, if you'll go in. Okay, so Minnie's going to be stubborn. But, there you go, she's finally sitting in a chair. And then Donald is going to stand there and shovel coal. And then I guess Goofy, it's too bad that he's like a gigantic figure, so he can't stand anywhere. Sorry, Goofy, but the train's gotta move. Backwards, that is. I saw the train going backwards, but obviously you can push this thing and get it to go forwards. And then if you press it again, it turns it off, backwards, off, forwards, and vice versa. But now that we have the locomotive out of the box and we've seen how it's run, let's go and take a closer look. So as I said, it's very large, but we have some riveting detail. This is how you turn it on and off and forwards and backwards. This is how you turn on your sounds. This is just decoration. I know some models have smoke, but this one doesn't. There's a light right there, which is nice. And then this thing, I believe, on my old one, you could spin it, but this one does not spin. And then you have your 3 driving wheels, and then that thing up there. And what I really like about these wheels is they even took the effort to put the white outline around the wheels. That is really nice, and it makes the engine stand out a lot, in my opinion. So now let's go ahead and let the train run. Backwards again. The train running around with its chain cars is awesome, but I have more chain cars. So let's go ahead and put those on and see what it looks like after we have more train cars on. So when I was putting these train cars on, I actually noticed that they have a bit of scratching noise going on, which I'm guessing is dust and stuff, but like you can see there's actually a bit of friction on it. So these train cars are definitely going to make the engine work a lot harder, and they don't want to couple right. There we go. And very first touch. It's if they want to couple to each other. There we go. Now we have a total of 4 train cars, and just for fun, I'm going to put my other G-scale train on, which looks like something out of O-scale now that Disney Gigantor train has come along. And of course this train actually has a lot more bogies and little things to deal with, because this train is the age of a great detail. There you go. And now let's go ahead and see if this train can do it. Oh, it's actually doing it. Sir, our trains are uncoupled. No, what are we gonna do about it? Ah! Stop the train! Ah! We're stuck, sir. I'll turn out the train! Mickey, wake up!
What? What happened? Hey, how come we ain't moving? Train ran into the other train, you idiot.
Oh, what do we do?
Get the train out of the way.
Mickey and Donald did just that.
There we go.
Now full steam ahead. We're off to the Disney Castle. Hey folks, you're right on time.
Later, guys. I'm off to the Disney Castle.
And they never saw Donald again. But little did they know, Donald was still lurking on the inside. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Disney Railway train. Of course, it's only including these two train sets, the engine and then the tender, and these two are my personal ones, and then these also do not come with it. And the Lego Disney Castle also does not come with it. But you guys saw some of the great fun you can have with a train, especially in this scale. This would be great for a young child, whereas if I traverse up here, something like this, which is all a little tiny, would not be as good for a child, because this is very, very easy to derail if you accidentally bump it off the tracks or something. So, as I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure that you subscribe, watch the most recent video, like this video, and comment it to your friends, family, and whoever you desire.